Brad Williams, Excel primed, the DATEDIF function. Let me tell you about it. Right off the bat, you're not going to find it in Excel. All right, it equals DATEDIF. DATEDIF, dated. All right, see what happens? Dated. There's nothing here. It's one of those quirks within Excel. And unless somebody points it out to you, you'll never find it here in this function. Look for DATEDIF. Dated if. The point is, it's just one of those quirks, one of many. What does it do? Well, we're going to use a formula based on the DATEDIF function. You can calculate and display the time between two dates in days. Here, calculate the number of years, months, and dates from B5 to C5. B5 to C5. How many years, months, and days are there between this particular date? You're going to see, if this is all new to you, you're going to see hit F9. I use random between. I use it everywhere. Why? It's for you. So you can see the changes. You can go in here and mess around going, well, how do I change this or that or that or this? If you don't like it, just grab it, copy, paste special. That'll make it static. This must be in custom date format. This, your output. This is just going to be a number. You just need to convert it. Over here, DATEDIF, the anatomy. DATEDIF, we're going to throw in some concatenation. All we're doing is saying, give me the year. Give me DATEDIF B5 C5. The start date, the end date, the unit. We're going to do this 3 times. DATEDIF and DATEDIF and DATEDIF. And all you're doing is putting in text. At this level, you should know how to do that. DATEDIF. Let me tell you about it. The DATEDIF function is designed to compute the difference, years, months, and dates between two dates. The unit argument here, the unit argument in the function determines the available variations, such as time in months completely and ignoring days and years. What does that mean? We separately compute years, months, and days. Then concatenate the result. To obtain complete years, months, and dates between two dates, we use DATEDIF as follows. We have to use these unit codes, and this is a special sauce within the DATEDIF, Y, YM, and MD. The ampersand, the and sign operator is used to concat the number returned by DATEDIF. DATEDIF C5Y and years. DATEDIF YM months. DATEDIF and days. Finally, we must expand the above concept to include spaces and commas. So you're going to have to dress this up a little bit. Then you're going to have to format the final outcome. So give me the internals on the DATEDIF. There's a bunch of units. I should have provided that information. It's not available. So I'll provide that. So when you open up this particular worksheet, you should have the different codes and what have you. Here we have dates, random, DATEDIF, year. YM indicates month. MD indicates days. That's it. We're just going to referencing this. That's the beauty of the DATEDIF. It will parse this information and spit out this output. Well, it won't really spit that out. It's just going to give us this output because it's not part of Excel. You can put anything you want in here now. It's just not reading it. I get my point across. You cannot change something that doesn't exist. Begin date 12/10. Finish date 12/10. This is just the same thing. All right. I'm just changing up. What am I changing up here? Take a look. We have this DATEDIF Y, YM, MD, and you note that the dates are different. We have Y, YM, MD. It's just a repeat. All right. So the question is, why do you have 2 of the same thing? How do you know they're the same thing? Equals, they're the same. I'll copy this down, Control D. They're true. To answer your question, they serve no purpose. Control down. There, answer your question. Well, why do you have this one? Just for practice. I was probably experimenting with something, and I thought this may be helpful. The anatomy. Remember the anatomy. Note here that this doesn't apply either. Well, it kind of does because it's a duplicate. This is going to be the exact same formula. This is going to be the same as this. Nope. I think this one is a little bit 10 years, 42 years, 4 months, 2 days. Y, YM, MD. Clearly, we're going to have a different date and time. But one other thing, I might as well point this out now. I can't do anything about it, and maybe you can help me out. As I've stated in my other tutorials, I'm looking at a screen. I have lights around me. I have this reflection off these glasses. Probably won't be looking directly at the camera, because if I look up, you can see the glare, and it is a real pain in the rear. I'm going to be looking down, and if you have any suggestions, and don't tell me to change the light. I have tried endlessly. It's the reflection off of the white screen that's bouncing back into these glasses. If you have any suggestions, those of you in the movie industry, as to how I can fix this, please let me know, because I know how much of a distraction it is. When I sign off or when I sign in and I'm not looking at the camera, it's because the glare. Otherwise, you may see from time to time that I will start the introduction and the introduction without my glasses on. Trust me, I can't see 3 inches in front of me without them, but I know this glare is a true distraction. Brad Williams, XL Prime, thank you for your time.